550 KTRS, Cat Neville and Feast Magazine, sponsored by our friends at Jimmy's on the Park. 706 DeMond in Clayton. Call Jimmy's at 725-8585 or their website at jimmyscafe.com. Jimmy is serving Sunday brunch for Mother's Day from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. with live music and then dinner from 4 to 6. Jimmy's was just voted one of the top 10 Sunday brunches by Feast Magazine.
Really? I love Jimmy's.
I love Jimmy's on the Park, and I love brunch.
I do too. And I love being able to sit outside.
Yes.
Having that option. They have great food.
And they have that nice little, they've got the great little fireplaces and the little characters on the wall.
Yes. Yes, yours is on there.
Yes, it is.
I know.
Yeah, John Carney's is on there.
Yes.
But they painted me a little fatter than I am. The pencil adds about 10 pounds to you.
Caricatures, you're not supposed to be all glam and,
Yes, they are. Jimmy's, 706 DeMond in Clayton, sponsor of Cat Neville from Feast Magazine. Good morning, Cat Neville.
Good morning.
How are the roads?
Actually, I went right by an accident, so sorry I was a little bit late.
You are quite all right. You can
But you know what?
You can do no wrong.
It was perfect timing. She literally just walked right in.
That's
It was
right.
planned. I planned it.
Yes.
just flowed
She
in.
did the Jack Buck School of Broadcasting. Never run to the microphone.
Right. She
Because
did.
then you'll be out of breath.
Then you'll be out of breath.
Exactly.
You'll be out of breath. All right, let's get a couple of restaurants for us.
Okay, so the first one is a spot that actually has been open for a couple of years, right behind City Hospital, kind of in between Lafayette Square and LaSalle Park. It's called Elements, and it's at 1419 Carroll Street, and it's a really, it's on the second and third floors. When you walk in, you go by a climbing gym, which is really kind of fun. You can stand at the elevator, you can see everybody kind of like doing the rock walls. But it is, they have a, a brand new menu in place and a terrific chef in the kitchen. Brian Coltrane is working with this menu. He's really focused on proteins and seasonal veg. He said that he was really interested in finding ways to play with vegetables that you just really are not seeing around town. And so I had a chance to stop in. The kale salad I thought was really interesting. It has some really nice breadcrumbs on top, and the spinach salad has something of like a granola to it, and some
Nice to have that extra
some
crunch.
strawberries. Exactly. So there's some textural elements to it.
What's the difference between kale and spinach?
There's a big difference.
It's a totally different plant.
Isn't kale like just weeds?
Okay, moving on.
All right,
But I
never
have
mind.
to say, a real standout on the menu is their bone marrow. You've seen bone marrow kind of pop up
yeah.
on menus around town and around the country. But what they're doing here is they're taking the bone and they are removing the marrow and turning it into this wonderful mousse and then piping it back into the bone and then serving it with this corn fritter and then a little bit of like a bourbon honey, which is delicious, and just kind of a sprinkling, like this raw element on top, a tomato salad and some sage. And it is, okay, so first off, the mousse, when you spoon it, comes with a little spoon. When you spoon it onto the fritter, which is really hot out of the fryer, it just kind of melts like butter. It's wonderful. Another dish that I really, really enjoyed is the pork. And so the tenderloin itself, it's cooked sous vide, so it's very, very tender. And it has this wonderful kind of a pinkish hue to it. And then it's served with a little bit of cornbread. And it was the caramelized onion marmalade or marmalade that I thought really made the dish sing. It was sweet and peppery at the same time. And so it was a really nice flavor contrast to the pork. And then it had these charred spring onions and then a little bit of some fennel and stuff on the plate. And it was just a wonderful combination. I really loved it.
So you're starting to see bone marrow appear on menus?
Absolutely.
That bone marrow sounds
it's very
ridiculous.
trendy.
Yeah.
Yes, bone marrow you've seen quite a bit, but this is a really different preparation. A lot of times what you'll see is chefs will just take the like that shank bone and they'll split it and then they'll roast it. And so the bone marrow itself is kind of intact but then charred. And so you kind of dig it out of the bone. Here, they've manipulated the bone marrow and turned it into this lovely mousse. It's
Wow.
really creative and really nice.
The space looks fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful space.
And I've not been there. You know, I'm in Lafayette Square all the time, but do they have a new? Do you say they have a new menu? Because
They do have a new menu,
It
so
wasn't
they-
always like that.
No, it's definitely it's gone through a transition, and so Brian really has kind of reimagined the approach, and upstairs they have this gorgeous bar area and then massive patio, and the wine list is really lovely. It has a lot of international as well as California wines, and the list itself changes pretty regularly, and then the cocktails are awesome. There's one that I had. I have to look up the name. It's the Spicy Ramon, and it is truly unique. It has, when you smell it, it has this green pepper vegetal aroma to it because it has jalapenos and green peppers that are infused into this vodka, and it genuinely is very, very spicy. It has this wonderful heat to it. It's not too much, but it's a really nice, and it's it's triple sec and then a watermelon blueberry juice with lime. So it's spicy and fruity. It's really beautifully balanced.
Element literally right behind the Old City Museum,
Yes.
and
Right by the new dental
City
school.
Hospital.
right,
Yeah, City Hospital.
City Hospital, yeah. And then on the second floor there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
walk into the building and you have to go to the elevator. So don't get confused when you walk in. You're like, I don't see a restaurant. You have to go
Right.
upstairs.
All right,
is
good.
it?
Yeah.
All right, what's number 2?
Number 2, I've talked about Stonehill Winery before, but I have to talk about it again because number 1, it's spring, so get out of your comfort zone, go for a drive, have some fun. But also, I just went to their 10-year vertical Norton tasting and had a chance to experience the restaurant out there. It is the Vintage Restaurant. And it's in their old stables, and they serve classic German food and then a lot of schnitzel and all this kind of stuff. But the food really is amazing, and you get to obviously pair all the wines with it. But I would just really encourage you to go to that winery and you stand overlooking the town of Herman, which is utterly charming. And there are lots of great places to go when you're in Herman. But the 10-year vertical tasting for Norton, are you familiar with what a vertical
no
tasting
idea,
is?
no idea.
I wanted to use this opportunity to kind of talk about that. So obviously Stonehill, the Helds, resurrected Stonehill Winery in the, I think it was the late 60s, early 70s. And so Norton is our state grape.
Right.
And so what they started doing 27 years ago, this is the 27th annual Norton vertical tasting, they started taking 10 vintages, 10 successive years of their Norton, and then what you do is you taste it side by side. And so a horizontal tasting would be where you would taste different wines by the same winery. A vertical tasting is where you taste the vintages year after year. So you start with the oldest on the right and the newest on the left, and you kind of look at the color and then you taste the difference. I mean, obviously wine is going to change year by year depending on the climate and what happened that year in the vineyard. But what's interesting is that you can really experience the way that the wine ages, the way the color changes, the way
And the
the
Nortons
flavor changes.
get better as it gets older, right?
Well, I mean that's a
That's the
matter of
idea.
opinion, but it is definitely the kind of wine that is meant to be aged and can age well. And so when wines age, they become a little bit more brown. When they're really young, they have that vibrant pinkish, reddish, really kind of deep hue, and then as they get older, they kind of lose that red kind of berry color to him, and the flavors kind of mellow out. So
Did you try all 27?
no, it was 27 years, and it's a
Okay.
10-year vertical. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
10
10-year.
Yes.
So you did all
get
10
small
years?
I mean, I didn't drink all the wine.
Well, shame
like,
on you.
okay.
I drank
here's-
all the wine.
Shame on you.
Here's-
So do you start at 2005 and go to 2015? So that's the
Essentially.
deal. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the youngest ones are typically barrel samples because they haven't been released yet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Yep.
And
It's
that
really
goes on,
interesting.
That goes on all summer long? Or?
No. It's a 1 year. It's once a year they do this. You can go to the winery and taste these wines side by side. I would just kind of, number one, the winery is amazing and the
Right.
food
Yeah.
is fantastic at
Right.
the Vintage Restaurant. But what I would encourage you to do is when you have a chance to taste at a winery, see if you can do, if you're interested in learning more about winemaking in general and about certain grapes, ask if you can do some sort of a tasting like that because it
Okay.
really does allow you to kind of wrap wrap your head around, just around that grape. And that's so much about understanding, like when you order a Norton in a restaurant, or if you pick up a bottle off of the shelf, a lot of times you walk into, a wine shop or a grocery store or something, and you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
does the label look good? I
Yeah.
think I like Cabernet.
Pretty label.
I think I like this. And so that's a great way to just kind of, just educate yourself and just become
All right.
more knowledgeable.
Stonehill Winery in Herman, and then Element, 1419 Carroll Street. What's going on with FeastCom?
We are, I think I mentioned this last time, we are having, speaking of wine, we are having a local wine event on May 1st, and I want to invite you guys, please, to come. We are having, it's going to be over, I think we're going to have between 10 and 15 wineries, including Stonehill, Noble Ice, and Augusta, and Montel, Vox Vineyards, which they're experimenting with Native American grapes, really doing some interesting stuff. So we have a bunch of terrific wineries lined up, and it's just $25, and it's unlimited tastings, and we're gonna have a really wonderful food. Cleveland Heath is going to be there, and so it's going to be at Union Station, and so Friday, May 1st, like
Nice.
an after work, just come and
Oh,
hang
boy.
out.
Nice.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Sounds
Nice.
perfect. All right.
Bottoms Up Blues Gang is playing.
And we get tickets at feastmagazine.com?
Yes, feastmagazine.com, and you can just buy them online at Brown Paper Tickets.
Beautiful. Can we buy them at the door?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
May 1st, Union Station. Do we have a time?
Yeah, it starts at, and of course now I'm blanking because I don't have the information in front of me. It's I believe it starts at 7.
It starts at 7
Yep.
and ends whenever the wine
At
runs
10.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Feastmagazine.com for the TV show, for the magazine, for that wine show May 1st, everything else. Feast Magazine.
Yes.
Kat, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Fabulous.
you. Thank you.
8:45 here, Big 550 KTRS. How's your furnace holding up? How's